Well, good evening, everyone. This is a special meeting of or I should say, a work session of the Southwick Agricultural Commission. It is August 7th, 2024. We do have a quorum. Myself, Bert Hanson, Sage Fury, Angie Simone, Zach Barnett, Tom Jadosh, and Jen DiPietro. And two guests, Inga Hotelling and Greg Diley. Welcome. You guys can come up to the table if you'd like. So I know, Greg, you have a public comment. And what's that?
Cindy just needs to make you a co-host so you can share your screen.
Oh, okay. Cindy, can you make me a co-host?
I just did. It should work.
Okay, now
Okay,
you go back to Zoom,
back to Zoom.
maximize that.
Oops, no, not that
No,
one.
no,
Not that one.
the black box, just click on the black box
Yeah.
and maximize it and look for share.
There you go. Share
Okay, now
screen.
share.
And share
Can you see
the
it right there? Second box.
one with the sign.
Might have to double click or hit share. There you go.
Okay.
Make the zoom large rather than the app.
There we go.
Okay, great. I think
Okay.
that's showing. Okay. Before, at a prior meeting, talked about our Shop Southwick directory, and we were talking also about the priority of promoting Shop Local. The second priority was to promote Southwick as a recreational destination. And moving forward with developing an idea for doing that and looking for ways to send people to a website that's designed for visitors, residents as well, to make them aware of both all the recreational assets of the town and the dining and perhaps all of the farm stands and farms that cater to the public. And I like to get the best ideas I can find from other towns. And one of the best ideas I've seen is at Adams, Mass. And they have these signs. Here's an example. It says Adams, and this is on the side of a kiosk at a trailhead. They have hiking down below Mount Greylock. It says explorers welcome. After your adventure on the Gould Trail, explore attractions, culture, dining, and events in downtown Adams. And then a QR code, hike it, bike it, see it, ski it. And you go to the site and it has all the other recreational assets and the dining and the, other assets of the town that would be of interest to visitors.
Mhm.
And it's a weatherproof sign, two-sided. It goes on the side of any 4x4 support for a kiosk or outdoor sign. And so I thought, and scroll up a little bit on that, scroll the other direction.
Oh, sorry.
And here's another one on their bike trail. Same kind of thing, the QR code, downtown ahead, shopping, dining, arts, and scroll up. And here's some locations in Southwick we could put signs like this. The Granville Gorge and the hiking areas at Lipinski, Sofanaski.
Right.
The bike trail near Sam West, the one at Miller Road at all the parking. The Southwick Wildlife Management area.
Hmm.
The north and south boat ramps, the kiosk at the New England Trail off Rising Corner. And probably lots more. And we have visitors coming through there, people from outside, they see that. They're made aware of the dining in town. And I'll make a special landing page that's especially for visitors. Scroll up, this is very rough and it'll probably be different than this. Oh, first, here's the rough concept for what a sign might look like for Southwick. Go on up a little more. And some kind of motto that we could be consistent with, maybe as simple as enjoy Southwick, bike and hike, golf, boat, shop, Wine and Dine, scan here for detailed online maps and guides.
I love your animation, Greg.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
yeah, can we have some audio on these things?
Pull it up and keep video later.
if we have a good graphic artist, it will say that in
Without-
visual presentation.
Right.
And if you make these signs consistent, it'll start developing kind of a recreational branding for Southwick.
Yeah.
And it'll show people, hey, we care about our visitors and we want to show them around. You know, I'll tie all these places in with online mapping, so you can click on the address and map their way to each of these places. Tell them where to park for trails and biking and hiking. Tell them, you know, the details about the boat ramps and the fees and
Mhm.
the hours. You know, all the information a visitor would need. So they come in and they go to any one of these signs. And then we'll do some that are appropriate for indoor locations as well, so that we can put these around in retail stores or other high traffic locations that they're
Sure.
appropriate for. And just as simple as this, hold up your phone, you're there, all the information at your fingertips.
Yeah, nice.
And so I presented this at Conservation Commission on Monday, at probably Lake Management tomorrow, next week, I hope, at Park and Rec Commission.
Okay. Yeah.
And anyone else that's of interest, I want to get everybody's support and input on it. And if you have any ideas and thoughts on how to do it, what should be in there, what agricultural things do we want to promote to visitors? It would be a little different than our directory is made to be as fast and simple as possible. This, when they go and this, now scroll up one more and I'll be finished. You know, a potential landing page would have directions. And it won't necessarily be this way, but it would be like push one button for all the recreation points, another one for dining, one maybe for the farm stands and farm assets, and then one for the full directory. And when they press the buttons like for recreation, I'll probably give them a choice of golf, boating, whatever. And I'll put nice pictures of each golf course, nice pictures of the boating areas, make it a little more visitor, new person oriented for promoting these sites.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Absolutely. That's great.
and,
Yeah.
you know, try to build that image for Southwick as a welcoming place.
Now, could we put these signs also like where you're saying at the Granville Gorge, like where you're highlighting? I don't know who we'd have to talk to, but like if you know, if you're highlighting those, could we put other ones that have the same QR code? You know what I'm saying? Like when, if you,
I would make the sign the same on each one.
yeah, right. But I'm saying like, because you're highlighting the wildlife management area, the Granville Gorge, would you have signs there as well? That the same thing?
Well, the idea is that's where
Everywhere.
these signs would
Okay,
be,
all right.
because each of those most of them have a nice kiosk,
Yeah.
a covered kiosk and I don't have to even put it within the area. I can hang it off the
Yeah,
side
okay.
and it actually draws more attention there and put it right at eye
Yeah.
level, easy to scan. So that's what, you know, visitors will go there. Lots of people bike and go by that, and lots of people go on the New England Trail and on all these other places. And then plus the other places around town that would then give them
I'm all for it,
information,
yeah.
and
Great.
we could track the website. Right now, we've got close to 500 unique visitors to our website and, you know, several thousand page views. I want to have thousands of people on our website and 100,000 page views.
Yeah.
So
But
we're doing ways to get there.
You do have a few thousand page views already?
Yeah, because the people that go tend to look at multiple pages
Mhm.
and spend, I think the average time per visit has been like a minute and a half, which is pretty good
That's
for a
not bad.
website.
Who's in charge of all the kiosks around town? Different,
Different people, so that's why I'm going to these different
Okay.
groups, like The conservation has Granville Gorge and Sofinowski and Lipinski. I think Parks and Rec would be the signage for the bike trail. Maybe the New England Trail, I'm not sure. And then the lake management maybe would be involved in the kiosk for the boat ramps.
I have a
Get
question.
find permission.
So when you have a QR code, I'm not familiar with them, but all the information inside, what if something changes in there, in the information in the QR code, can you add, delete
Mhm.
things? And
It-
keep the same QR code? Is that?
Right, the QR code goes to a specific page on a website.
Okay, so that.
And I would take it to what you call a landing page for a
Oh,
website. It
okay.
doesn't have to be the home page. It can be any of the pages within the website. And if something changes, you just change it
Okay.
on that landing
Oh,
page. You don't have to change the QR code.
That's
So the
perfect.
QR code never needs to change.
Oh, so the
It's
sign
just,
never needs to.
it's just a web address. It's a
Okay.
URL.
That's great.
Mhm.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we've been utilizing this technology with our Dime Southwick signs
Mhm.
that are gonna be at each of the farms this year, except for one. Because I only have, you've got 6, I've got 4 more that I'm picking up from Marie, so we're gonna have 10.
yeah, and I'll bring
And
those.
it's a devil lawn sign. And it's green and white, and it says Dime Southwick. Scan here, and it's a QR code, and we
Huge
started
and
off.
bold.
It's huge and bold. We started off with 27 restaurants and we've acquired now 3 more.
Well, we're up to 29 now. I think I
And Greg's able to
reduced one.
go right in on the page, change the data. And voila, it's there.
And that one goes to a special dining guide page.
That's part of
And this
it.
one will go to a special visitors page. So you can have a different landing page for different
That's
purposes.
great, that's easy. That way you don't have to keep making, different QR codes.
And I also want to print, and that's a project for next week. I want to print some guides we can pass out to visitors to the farm day. You know, along with the guides that we're sending out, make sure each one of them has and tells them how to put that on their phone and how to use it.
Are you using the one pager?
I'm creating a new one. It'll be
Cool.
a new one that can fold to the size of the farm.
That's
I think
perfect.
that's a great idea.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be a regular page folded in.
That's what we call cross pollination.
Yeah, any cheap way to get this information to the right people. I asked on Monday evening, I asked the Conservation Commission, so how many people have gone to the Shop Southwick website? Nobody raised their hand. So your assignment is before the end of the day, I want you to go there. One person said, oh, that's a cool site. They went there while we were talking. That really works well.
Yeah, I've actually been
It just
telling
takes
people about it.
time,
Right.
takes time for people to actually, it's the inertia that you have to overcome. And,
Yeah.
but then once you get them doing it, then you have inertia on your side and they'll
Maybe they'll
hopefully
bookmark it,
continue using
you
it.
know,
Exactly.
maybe they'll bookmark it and then when they're
Well,
through, they don't need to
they-
scan the QR
can
code.
have it
They
right
just
on
go
the-
They
right to
can
it.
get a shortcut right on their
Yeah.
home screen.
Right.
Screen.
Yeah,
Boom,
that's
you
great.
can get to any business
Yeah,
and the phone number, of the website in literally 20 seconds. If
great.
you're on a good connection, just tap, tap, tap here into any restaurant and to any business and farm stands, whoever. All the
Did you get
contact
fancy
information.
bagels yet?
Yeah, they're on there. I stopped in there and
They are bonkers.
congratulated them.
That's
I love
great.
seeing the line outside their
Yeah.
door.
That's amazing.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I probably exceeded my
Okay.
comment time.
So we definitely want to officially, if that's the right word, request a button for farm stands on your
Okay.
Southwick guides.
And I'll propose what I would understand and run it by you to
Yeah.
make sure it's the right one. It's gonna take a few months to get everything worked out for these signs,
Mhm.
I'm sure. And
That's a great.
figure out the budget and how we're gonna. How
You know
we're
who
gonna
makes
cover
those
the,
signs?
I sent an email to Adams, but I haven't heard back from them. I asked.
If it's a public thing, it might be in there. town documents that you can access online, whatever.
It'd be great if
Department-
they would just
Yeah,
call
I-
back and say.
I know, it'd probably be easier, but.
Yeah, I may try to call them. There may be kind of a semi-town organization that's
Yeah.
helping do this. I don't know if all of it is.
If they have public,
Is
you know,
officially
public
within.
meeting notes,
Yeah,
I might be able to figure it out.
because they have a special website for Explore Adams. But they're doing it pretty well, and
Yeah,
they're
it's cool.
an interesting town. I mean, they're about 8,000, so not much different from us.
Hmm.
But, and also their population has steadily gone downhill for the
Really?
last 40 years, 50
Wow.
years. They hit a peak in about 1900, stayed really level till about 1960 at 12,000. And then steadily
Wow.
dropped to
Wow.
8,000 now, so
Wow.
they're down by 4,000 people in the last 4 decades.
Wow.
But they've been able to preserve their downtown and.
Yeah.
It shows the difference good activism the town can make.
Mhm.
Had some
Yeah.
good people working to
And there's good
maintain it.
good things there, you know, Massmoka and, you know, well, that's North Adams.
That's North Adams, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
You know, so
although
anybody
North
goes
Adams
into
is
NA.
not done quite as well as Adams has
No,
done.
it's a
They
little
have
bit
more
more
challenges.
Mm, mhm. Okay,
All
That's
right,
great.
so
Thank you,
can
Greg.
What a great
Unshare,
initiative. Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
that's excellent.
you
Yeah.
can unshare that. I just wanted to
stop
illustrate
share. There we
what
go.
it was.
That's awesome.
You can
Yeah.
also contact Spotlight, Southwoods, and also Marie Regan, just to get
Yeah,
their.
I'll show the
ideas.
pictures, cause I wanna talk to Martin about, you know, the graphics of the
Right.
sign and et cetera.
Right.
Get him familiar with it.
And we know who to get pictures from.
Right?
How do I get the agenda back up here?
You just minimize it at the top. in the top
Okay.
corner.
And
Minimize that.
Close
That's
that.
it too.
we'll close this. Where's the mouse? Go. Let's
That's
see, this is
myself.
the Zoom again. Next one is this. I don't know where the
Was it the other tab in Chrome?
maybe.
Click on the Chrome icon. There you go. I'll click agricultural commission. Is that it? No.
No, that's our,
I think it's
Tab.
clicked on the link. So go back to the other page.
Hit back.
go back to where?
Go, yep, right
Sorry.
there. Click on that at the top.
To launch meeting?
Yep, and then go back.
Oh,
The back
oh,
arrow.
Oh, okay. That
Okay,
makes sense.
There you go.
there we go. Thank you very much.
Makes the dream work.
There we go. Okay. Thank you, Greg. Okay, so. Open Farm Day, a ton of stuff to. Kind of review. I think probably our biggest issue is the volunteers. And you should all have, there's somewhere on the table here, there's a list of, list of the volunteers we had. And thank you for putting this together, Ben.
And Angie helped a lot
Oh,
too, so
good.
the actual template, so thank you.
Yeah.
Angie. So I've been updating as everybody has been filtering in people. And I don't know all of the last names, so I apologize. It seems that I've been putting them at the morning section, because I don't know who decides on whether they wanna, the only person I have on the afternoon is Dana.
Dana Way, yeah.
At Coin View, that was particularly stated to me, so other
Right.
than that, I know I will be all day at Calabrese.
Yep.
So I put
And,
myself in there,
I think Arnold's, you could mix this up any way you want to.
okay, perfect, awesome. And then, so I got Tammy and Sean is not on the list that we printed. They're gonna be at Blossoming
Right,
Acres.
and Linda, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll be driving the tractor.
And then, Inga just gave me Melissa and Dave Prifty for Solex,
And they're doing the morning shifts.
the morning, yep, and then.
Oh, where's that? Sorry.
So Lex,
Oh, Solex,
Oh, Okay,
And then we just put Greg, if we were able to go to colors.
Yeah.
Yep, Greg was there last year as well.
That'd be great, yeah. So those are the updates, as of right now, but, so this, and so we have people on the back of the list
Yeah, I
that
mentioned that.
are able to volunteer, but we're not sure, we have
Yeah.
the.
Do you have names for them or no?
No, I've got those, the actual National Honor Society, we have.
Yeah, there's
Don't have all the names. With the 3 volunteers, with 3 other volunteers. And then some volunteers from Southwick Big Y. And then somebody
Yeah.
was saying they were going to Westfield Big Y.
No, I think Westfield's the one to contact.
Westfield
Oh,
is,
Southwick was supposed to, I don't know if they ever did.
I haven't heard.
Okay,
And I
Yeah.
sent a reminder to Anisha, I think her name is at Westfield, to say, just if, she said 8 to 10, and I said, well, we're having a meeting, and who do you have so far?
I
And
could have
I
my
haven't-
wife reach back
I
out to
haven't,
her too.
I haven't heard. Okay, that'd be good.
I think the big thing is we need to get the notice out that there's a orientation.
Yeah,
right,
I've been telling everybody that I sort of recruit, about the orientation.
I do have some emails on here, I could send an
Yep.
email out, I don't have, most of everybody is the commissioners of the AdCom, so,
Mhm,
I think we should put it on Facebook too.
Sure.
yeah.
And
Definitely
post pop
Facebook.
up constantly, which is great.
What time was that orientation? Was it 11?
Uh,
10 or 11?
10 on the 10th.
10 on the 10.
We should probably put on Facebook too, that if, we could use a few more volunteers if anyone's interested. Send
Yeah.
them to the link on the on our website to sign up. But,
Yeah.
and then, or they can just come to the orientation and sign up there if they want.
Mhm.
So Greg and I are both reaching back out to all the commissioners because it's beautiful that nobody has said yes.
Yeah, and we only, well, I say only, but we have Angie from the Land Trust, Angie and Debbie Ranjo, and then Debbie has her husband
My
Al.
husband, yeah.
So, so that's,
About Marissa, her husband.
yeah, I think,
Melissa's gonna be a floater.
yeah, and she's gonna take pictures again, right?
About Greg.
Yeah, they're going.
You may have to be with the baby.
So where is the land trust location gonna be at?
Well, she's
What-
just floating.
Yeah, they're just getting,
Oh, so
they're just,
there's not like a physical location
no.
that they're gonna be
No,
at?
no, they're
Yeah,
not.
we're just-
represented.
Okay.
we just want volunteers from them, as a co-sponsor.
What about Marissa's mom? She used to come to a lot of meetings.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, Raquel's not listed
Yeah.
there at all.
Maybe we can recruit her.
I'll send her a text.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
The only place that we don't have any coverage that I know of is Second Eden.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
It's on Hillside Road. I haven't actually been there.
I drove by it the other day.
Oh, yeah,
What's
okay.
there?
It's
there.
a house.
Huh?
With garden. And livestock in the back.
Okay. That's cool.
My concern when I looked at where it was located, because it's close to where I live,
Mhm.
is the parking.
Like
It's right,
Oh.
on-street
it's
parking.
right on street. There might be a small patch of grass
Mhm.
that they might be able to put maybe 8 cars at the most.
Oh.
But my concern is how they're going to manage that location. I know last year you and I went to the sites and spoke to people.
Yeah,
Has anyone done that with Second Eden?
I have talked with her and I was supposed to go over there, but I haven't done it yet, so I'll go over tomorrow.
Last year we had traffic cones too. Can we get more of
What,
those?
yeah, Randy's gonna give us some.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
I talked to Karen and Dwight. So basically the same setup we had last year.
Mhm.
We had a
Okay.
couple cones out there just because people fly down
Oh, I know.
sheep pasture.
That could happen on
Yeah,
Hillside as well.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Luckily on Klein,
Yeah.
our road is closed.
They can still fly.
Yeah,
down.
no, I was wondering about that. Does
Right.
he-
They can get
They're
through
only-
down though.
They're only gonna be able to get onto Klein from 57.
Right.
Yes, we should probably have a sign up, well, the detour signs up,
The
but,
detour signs up, but still I see so many people coming down and they're,
well, the one at the top of Klein, it's hard to, if you're not really paying attention, you just drive right by it.
Yeah.
I actually did it one night, I'm like, wait a minute.
you one of the ones that said he didn't read the sign.
Probably.
So,
You know, and in terms of the, you were mentioning the signs for EDC, you know, for the diner
Yeah,
signs
I'll
or whatever.
those on Saturday.
Hmm, okay.
I'd like to, well, yeah, I'm gonna need to pick those up from you and I'll have the ones from Marie by then.
Should I bring you here on Saturday?
Well, my thought is what would be ideal is to be able to appoint us a lead person for the morning for each one of these farms,
Mhm.
so that that person can take not only the bag, but also the Dine Southwick signs,
Yeah,
What time is the orientation?
10,
10.
Not on there.
10 on 10.
I'll bring them all.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
So we
You'll be
have, either a commissioner, or a good, you know, good, what I, you know, Debbie and Al Randall, for example,
Responsible.
they're great, so they can be the lead people. I think you mentioned that you had 10 of the
10 of the
signs.
signs.
I think we'd be okay. We could potentially skip the history museum.
I was actually thinking Granville Scoop,
Okay, well,
because people that are gonna be probably going up to the Scoop, are gonna be already coming through Southwick.
hmm,
And because the ad for Go Local hit Connecticut, and also the one for the reminder hit today, and it's gonna hit again next week, we're gonna get people coming in from Connecticut, so I deliberated back and forth about that.
yeah,
And I figured, well, they're in Southwick, they should have the Dine Southwick sign.
Yeah,
And they're the
yep.
first port of entry.
yep, okay, good. And speaking of that, you know, with the larger signs that Marie's working on, I sent an email to Randy Brown today, you know, that where 57 meets College Highway, you know, Gristmill, and that's, that fence there is where everybody puts signs. I don't know if you need like permission to do
I
that.
don't think so.
Yeah.
People just put stuff there.
That's a picture of the sign, I just got it today.
Good.
Did you see it?
I saw your email. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the,
yeah,
that's the closest I could get to
yeah. nice.
showing it.
Yeah.
So you're saying that where Anson's nursery was?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
all the political signs get put
Right.
out and.
my friend owns that. It's the Filios that own that piece of property, and
Okay.
we have no problem putting a big sign there,
okay,
none whatsoever.
Is each farm going to have a sign in front of?
Yeah, I have 7 of the signs with stands, which I'm gonna bring on Saturday as well.
Perfect.
Or, yes, this Saturday. So I only have 7 signs left. I know, Bert, you said you've
I've
got,
got 9, I want to say. I think, hey, Sage, do you have some of the lawn signs? Sage with us, still with us?
Yes, I have some lawn signs, but I was saving them for Firefly because I only had like 3.
Oh, okay,
I mean, I could probably give up one. I was going to use them to help also with designating traffic since they have a new parking lot. I have to get down there this weekend just to see how the whole how the plan is this time around, since it's going to change with the new dynamic.
yep,
well, and it's
And I-
positive dynamic too, Sage, because you could park right behind Firefly. And the gentleman with the bat doesn't live there anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm happy about that. I'm just
Yeah.
hoping I get volunteers to come back to this one too, because I kind of want to be part of the actual fun day as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, so I only have you on, only Sage on Fireflies, so if we
we
have
have,
people here on Saturday, we could try to ask them, okay.
yeah,
which
Yeah, I
one
think we
would you
should
be
either
interested in?
designate, ask or designate.
That's, we just
We
let
have-
them know where we them.
True.
Yeah.
Because if you
Yeah,
ask,
yeah,
Yeah.
true, yeah.
here's our holes.
We
need
have,
you to help
um,
fill 'em.
The orientation's in this room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm, yeah, I got it.
Not on here either.
And Firefly's actually easy because he usually takes care of the cleanup. Like they could take care of like cleaning up wrappers and stuff, but it's her tent, her that table, chairs, everything. So last time we just walked away after cleaning up the actual trash.
Well,
Okay.
Because she's organized, she wants to put it specifically somewhere and all this, so.
Good.
Okay, that's a
Um,
good reminder, Sage. I'll put trash bags in the bags then too, like I did last year. I knew there was something I was
perfect.
missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was helpful.
Um, a few other volunteers I've got that we haven't mentioned, Sheila Guay, who's the daughter of Carol and Dana. She's gonna be at Firefly.
Oh, okay.
She knows Lindsay.
Sure.
We have Andrea Bugby and her husband Jim Wang.
Excellent.
They were at BT's last year, but I think we're pretty much covered, right, with your family.
Okay, so we can ask
So we're
Andrea, we
recruiting.
can ask Andrea and Jim to do
I didn't catch that last.
one of the other ones
Yeah.
then.
Who was it that you just said?
The last
Sheila
Wang,
Wayne.
Wang,
Yeah, Jim Lang
and
and
Andrea.
Andrea
Bugby.
Bugby.
I think
They
don't have a location.
What's the
Right.
one that has no one?
Second
Second
Eden.
Eden doesn't have anybody. We could put him over there. My wife Juliet doesn't have a.
Sorry, I just.
An
didn't
assignment.
hear that. I'm so
Yeah.
very. Sorry.
Second
We
Eden.
were thinking. maybe
Oh,
second
oh,
meeting since they don't
okay,
have any.
got it, okay.
Where does she wanna be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bert is-
We haven't talked about it.
I can volunteer for the day too. Also,
Oh, awesome.
Cindy.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Um. Do you have a place you'd prefer to be?
no, wherever you guys need me is fine with me.
Okay.
I heard she likes animals.
Do you want to do, Cindy, you want to do morning?
I do.
or Morning or afternoon?
What time does it go till?
Well, the whole thing is 10 to 4, so the shifts are 9:30 to 1 and 12:30 to 4.
I can do the morning.
Okay,
Or which one? Which do you need more of?
I think we have mornings more covered, but
Mornings are definitely more covered,
Mm,
but
Then I
there is
can
only
do-
one person at Cowards, Greg, and then you're the only one up at Granville.
Mhm.
okay. Well, Cindy, maybe we'll have you TBD, depending on
Okay.
some other folks.
Okay. I could do the whole day. I mean, you guys are, so.
Yeah, I'm doing the
Oh.
whole day.
yeah, I plan on being
Yeah,
around.
right,
I mean,
yeah.
I'd like to maybe jump around a little, but
I volunteered to go help at Malicious, or handing out samples of ice cream out of the Malicious van at Calabrese with
Right.
Diane Gale.
Yeah,
And if you
Diane,
need it, I could do the whole day too.
awesome.
Great, we got you at Cowards all day, Greg. Bring a cooler.
Yeah.
But that's for once we hear about more volunteers,
Mhm.
then maybe you don't have to.
Yeah,
There's
Right.
there's still two other people in the back, Brett Ryan and Gina Wilson, that don't have a placement on the back of you.
yeah. Gina's an National Honor Society person, and also Bretta Ryan. I mean, she's an adult, but we don't have her assigned anywhere.
But we're gonna definitely need an additional person at Cowards.
Did you say, so Regina, is it Gina or Regina Wilson?
It's on the lot. Yeah.
Her name is
Gina
Gina.
Wilson.
or
Regina, yeah,
Regina?
No,
Did I-
Gina,
Oh, Gina.
just Gina. Yeah.
Is there somebody else with them? or-
it says
Brett
Bretta.
Ryan.
Oh,
Bretta
Bretta, okay.
Bretta Ryan. And we need, I think, Sage and everyone, I think we need like 3 or 4 people at Firefly.
probably.
Just, you know,
Definitely, because that was.
You know, assuming it's the busiest one again. Oh, and there, speaking of which, so there was some grumbling last year about, she was charging $10 for the pony rides, which is what she does
That's
all the time, but that's for unlimited rides. So a ride, she goes around the track 2 times. But if you pay the $10, you can get back in line and go another 2 times. So this year, she's gonna do just $5, 2 turns around the track and that's it.
It's probably better to cycle
Yeah,
people through.
move people through a little bit, yeah.
And Holly last year didn't charge anything for it, went
Right.
through more fee than anticipated because of their activity level.
Mhm.
That's why she's charging $5 this year.
It's a
Okay.
fair price.
So at least they're being competitive.
And sorry, so who did we say? So Dan's gonna be at Solex.
Yep.
And did we say the,
Yeah, Melissa and Dave Christie are gonna be there in the morning.
okay,
Oh, I set my phone around, that's why.
Oh, yeah, I never got back to you.
Right there.
Like, we have names of the
You wanna
volunteers.
see the
for
sign?
National
Oh,
Honor
okay.
Society, or
I'm sorry, what?
we have names of any of the volunteers from National Honor Society.
Big,
Um,
it's like the same size. of the-
excuse me, there's just a few, you have, there's two of them at the History Museum, Helena. I have
Oh,
no
so
idea
they
how,
are, okay.
that's an NHS person,
Potentially.
Okay,
and
so
Haley
it's,
Murray.
Kind of,
Okay, so they are from.
Yeah. Tom, could you take a crack at this? How this is pronounced?
Cash.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well,
E
it's-
K A C
Oh,
Z.
TCAS? I think it's really TCAS.
Is really,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard the names before.
no
Really?
kidding,
That's
TCAS,
funny.
yeah. And then, Gina Wilson, did we say
Oh.
where she's gonna go? She's National Honor Society.
We haven't placed.
She could
her-
go to,
With a coward.
go to Cowards, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, but you had two NHSs there last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't essential because they have lots of parking and
Mm.
parking is obvious. We don't need to help
Employees.
to direct in
Yeah,
parking.
yeah, their
They're all
employees was
staff.
helping too, so.
I said they weren't essential at all. They spent some time waving at the road and. you
Yeah, they
know,
made a
just-
sign.
They made their
they made a
signs.
sign, they're out
They made
there.
I don't know if Jessica's husband's coming again.
I mean, and
Arnold's.
Oh, that's.
But they could help
I
with
don't
the
know.
table.
At the
Because-
table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cause he was a
You're gonna
big
want
help
at
for
least one
Dwight
or two
last year,
people.
cause he could take over.
Yeah.
Talking too.
Okay,
You know, I had a thought when it comes to the volunteering. Maybe I can reword the current form that we're using for one that we can hand out during the event for next year's participation if they feel they want to volunteer for next year. This way we get the message right in the beginning. We already have a list, maybe potential list.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I
Use
actually
the
already
event to our
started,
advantage.
yeah.
that's a great idea. I started an idea Word document for next year, like, so when I was handing out flyers in the town on college, I was just going from south or north to south. And most of them that I visited were sponsors or possible sponsors. If they become sponsors, maybe we can give them a sign at that time to post for us or something, like on their
Volunteers.
window or on a
Mhm.
instead of like, I mean, flyering is fine, I don't mind doing it, but it might be like, they could put it up on a certain 2 weeks before or something, or. Because like,
Yeah.
I looked at the list of sponsors and I was like, wow, it's like everywhere that we went, you know, to flyer, so I was like, well, maybe kind of do it all in one shot. I don't know.
Or maybe have like a QR code there too, so we don't have to buy as many flyers.
Yeah,
So I feel like we could have easily gone through twice as many flyers than we had.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Well,
they-
they flew off the shelves.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
went.
and I kind of wondered, we had the flyers that we, printed here
Mhm.
and the brochure. I wonder if we need both of those things, or should we just have one? We
Well-
think about that for next
Yeah.
year, but
All I have left, and I'll give that to you for the passports. I only have 50 left. Out of the distribution of all the passports for the bags for.
Okay.
so what I can do is I can update this for like a 2025 one, and just have it out for if people want to sign up for next year.
yeah,
Or whoever's here on Saturday, I can do that,
Or we could just send them to the website possibly.
yeah.
no, I don't. Maybe just, you wanna maybe divide these up between the bags, a couple more per bag, or,
I was
Um,
thinking too, you're gonna be a floater, right?
Your,
yep,
and plus your
Oh, maybe.
number,
If some place needs them, you can bring them.
that's true.
yeah.
Okay.
I've
Yeah, you can
got
fuel the troops.
yourself as an emergency number for the sign-up sheet for each
Yeah.
farm.
Okay, yep.
So that's all we have left. I've been really strategic as to how I broke up the 1,000+ flyers. I bought one bag as an example, Bezai, based on the amount of traffic you had last year, knowing that they're, all these people aren't gonna start at your farm. But you've got 115 passports.
Good. Yeah.
So, and
That's about
that's
what you had last year, right? I think. Around there.
That's what you said it's based on last
Yeah,
year's.
yeah, okay.
looking at last year's, so, and with the Historical Society, I believe I've only got 75 there.
Mhm.
So with your cell phone number being right at each farm. On their clipboard. If there's an emergency and we'll let them know this on Saturday.
Yeah.
They can come and, or call you and say, hey, I've run out of. And
Okay.
that's the only thing that they'd run out of, because there's plenty of stickers in everyone's bags. I ordered more stickers.
Yeah,
Do you want me to show you this then at the moment?
sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So what I put together is. There's gonna be one of these at each farm with a pen. The name of the farm and what we're gonna do, and there's 169. Families that could be coming. I'm calling them guest.
Okay,
So guest number, so when somebody shows up at Bezai and there's 3 people, they're just gonna put 3 here
Mhm.
and ask them, where are you coming from?
right.
If they say East Long Meadow, they just write East Long Meadow, just so that I can gauge also the spend for advertising.
Sure.
So real
That's good.
simple,
Yeah.
flip back, real simple, flip back.
Real quick.
What
did-
about duplicates, though? Cause
There could be.
Go to all 9.
Yeah, there could be. But like what we did last year is we gauged and we documented how many people went to each farm separately. And that just, it was just, the farms, I think, really was super excited to find
Mm.
out, wow, we had that many visitors to our farm.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah,
Remember
there's
that.
definitely gonna be duplicates, Tom,
Good.
because we want people to sprinkle all
Yeah.
around town.
The Solex in particular are blown away with.
Yeah.
What they got.
Yeah.
For advertising.
Angie, were you gonna say something?
Were we gonna ask where people heard of Open Farm Day? I know we mentioned that in. a previous
That's what I
meeting.
was gonna
Yes,
ask.
a new tally.
So,
Okay,
okay,
We can throw that, probably fit it in there, right?
how did you hear? I'll revise this tomorrow
Well,
then,
And you could,
'cause I just did it in a
if you
spreadsheet.
had kind of a key to it, you could put one letter saying, A for advertising or W for word of mouth or, whatever. You could have the common ones. And then, maybe put a key at
So a
the top of
legend.
the sheet. So all you need to do is, you wouldn't have to write it out each time. You just put A, I heard it from an ad, A. I heard it from a sign, S.
Yeah. Website, maybe
Website, flyer,
Why,
yeah.
also, W for word of mouth too, so.
M for word of mouth. I heard it from a mouth.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
And maybe, put a couple of extra sheets of just blank paper there in case they get more than
yeah, I'm
160.
gonna have, more copies of just numbers.
Yeah.
In case there's more than 169 groups of people that come to a specific
okay.
farm. They'll have that information as well in the bag.
Nice. Thank you. That's great. Great.
So might as well just continue that rolling here. So in the bag,
Yeah,
and
go
we'll
ahead.
give this to each person on Saturday, whoever's gonna be the lead. So you've got the clipboard. You've got a variety of stickers. Some were left over from last year. I put those towards the back. Just to repurpose, because we didn't throw away anything.
Mhm.
So you've got a bunch of stickers.
So just to get to the kids.
No.
Anyway, adults love them.
Yeah.
We had adults collecting specific farm animals per farm.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at last,
Yeah.
so I apologize.
Well, what we did last year is we did a raffle with it.
Oh, right. I
Which
didn't
we're
know
not
that.
doing that this year,
Yeah.
but because most people
Oh.
this year are, they're gonna take this home with them. So, you know, they put a sticker at the farm that they went to.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
So,
Nice.
so there's gonna be a group of stickers,
Good.
one safety vest for anyone who might be doing the parking. And then for BZI, we've got 115 passports here.
Nice.
And then I would like, if I could, to put a similar number of brochures, because when you pass out a passport, I'd like to put in a Shop Southwick flyer
Flyer too.
with it.
Yeah. Do you have a supply of those? Or,
I've got to finish designing and have it printed. It's just
Oh.
printed here.
okay, yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have name tags? Did we have name tags last year?
I don't think. we
I
did.
think,
Yeah, we did.
I think we did.
We did.
Because I name tags.
They were
for every
hellos.
volunteer with a little animal
Yeah.
on them.
Yep,
Cause my husband and I did that one night.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan suggested that we commissioners have some kind of a name tag that says.
Yeah,
you know,
I was gonna write my name, put AdCom on it.
What's calling?
Those are coming from.
Oh my God, no, it's
AgCom's here to stay.
my sister-in-law, okay, I can get her later.
Okay, so for name tags then. Once you have the final tally,
Mhm.
cause I've got a bunch of those at my office.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you just put stickers in there? You know.
In the bags with a little animal
Yeah,
on
let
them
'em write it
already and have them
themselves.
do it themselves.
Absolutely.
Use those at the.
Take that off
farm
your
hall.
plate tonight, you
I'll
know.
just add stickers in there with the other
You know,
things.
Yeah,
I'm not
Okay.
saying that my name is, but the ones that are
Name
like that
stickers.
size, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah,
Put on a
That's
shirt
good.
or whatever.
Easier that way, but maybe next year we can step up and do like actual commissioner tags, like.
We could just
Yeah.
put everything into an Excel sheet and print them out on labels.
yeah. I think I'll do the commissioner ones this year. We can do
okay.
those.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's just,
Okay.
get them at Staples, there's a template.
Yeah, the Avery stickers.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
okay, that's good. Very good. Thank you,
No problem.
Inga.
And I know you also wanted to know about the sponsors. As of right now, we have $1,250.
Okay.
From sponsors.
1, 2, 5. Oh,
I
okay.
do need the list, the official list, so I can put it on this website too. Sponsors
Okay.
and media avenues that we use.
Okay,
I do have a question about that. Since we have 3 different groups doing this, whose budget is that going into?
it's all you.
I think, so, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, because you all approved $1,000 for advertising. I spent $1,007. And-
Over budget.
And
Yeah,
I
come on,
said I
okay,
would,
okay,
pick-
thanks for that.
I said I would pick up the 7. Here's our second ad that hit today. The ads that we had, the Go Local one already hit last week. And it was on page 3, top right corner.
Hmm,
So positioning
that was good.
was incredible. And
Yeah,
for the media purchases, we've got, today it hit the Westfield News, East Long Meadow, which goes up into Springfield and into Connecticut.
Mm.
And also the Agawam Reminder,
Hmm.
which does Agawam, Beating Hills and West Springfield. And then next Thursday, we're gonna be hitting both the Westfield News,
Oh.
the Penny
Yeah,
Saver,
Angie's on.
Agawam, East Long Meadow again. So the cost of the ad was significantly cheaper than last year because I waited until the beginning of August to make the spends because they ran a promotion that it saved a significant amount of money and it gave us free color in every single
Yeah,
ad.
good.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
So for paper.
Yeah.
At least
That's
it's
great.
something other than just black and white.
I like
Yeah.
the colors because it like looks like our brand.
Mhm.
Yeah, with the green,
Yeah.
then the different colors. So that hit mass population today
Awesome.
between
Yeah.
all those three media buys, and then next week we have 4.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's great, excellent.
yeah, got 3 today, and next week we have 4. So between Go Local and 7 other spends, that came to 1,007,
Not bad.
about
That's-
$440
That's excellent.
cheaper than last year,
Wow.
That's
Hmm.
great.
so.
Good job, Inga.
Shopping, don't pay the price for anything.
That's great. I think, just kind of run through what we're gonna do in the orientation. I can
just
say,
say, sorry, one thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing those posts on,
Great.
the farms and being, having them like, I think it's weekly, right? Or
It's like every other day.
every other day, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been seeing different
Mhm.
ones.
Beat the Facebook algorithm, because I'm seeing them all the time.
Good.
And other people are sharing them too, so they
Right.
keep popping
Oh,
back
yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
So, sorry, I just wanted.
That was great.
F for Facebook.
Yep.
Or so. Have them circle the letter they put in. It's important to know how many we're getting.
Oh,
Yeah,
true, true,
Yeah.
yeah. Just wanted to mention that, because that is a huge deal. I mean, a lot of people are going online and
Yeah, of
seeing it.
course.
If they see it every day,
And I think we have, over almost 300 people that have RSVP'd on the Facebook page.
Nice.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow.
That's great.
Could try some paid ads there too.
We could maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying this year, but that I've heard you can target local really easily,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It'll
And get a
pop
good-
up. Yep.
get a good coverage.
So then the codes for the farms, for the code list is gonna be add A, website W, Facebook F. We're only gonna track the 3, correct?
You wanna do other, like,
Oh, you
oh,
want a word of mouth? M? Remember, Greg said?
Other,
M for mouth?
just like a generic, if
Yeah.
it wasn't, you know, if they
I
want.
mean, if it's something fancy too, we could just write it in.
Yeah,
Other could be word of mouth or something. like
And
that.
other could be blank. If you don't have any, one of those sources.
yeah, right.
it's other.
Well,
Okay.
it'll just help us think of, okay, well, if those weren't, maybe it was something else and we might be shocked, wow, it's other. Holy
Yeah,
cow,
right.
these other things aren't as
Right, well,
effective as we thought.
you could,
Exactly.
if there's something notable, just
Yeah.
write it out.
Well, they'll probably say what it
Yeah,
was.
they say it is,
And you could just put
just-
other and, or we could.
But you
tell
could
them
actually
other and then write what it was, yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Mhm.
okay,
So,
so,
but I agree with you, the fewer that are actually choices, a lot easier
Yeah.
to remember.
so do you want me to share this with you all before I do the final print? Cause I'm gonna have to do that by probably tomorrow because I'm traveling on Friday on business
Um,
before Saturday's meeting.
sure.
Let me just,
Yeah.
even Zach?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
And probably.
I mean, does everybody want to see
I
it?
mean, you
You
could
want-
go send it to everyone, it doesn't
I
matter.
mean, I'd like to see it too.
Yeah,
Probably include Marissa too.
yeah. So if you want to send it to me, Inga, then I
Then
can
we'll
get it to
distribute.
everybody.
Okay, I'll have it to you tomorrow morning.
Okay, perfect.
Orientation.
Yeah, so, we have from, Jen picked up from last year, job one smile. We should have an introduction there that I would do and introduce whatever commissioners are there and welcome everybody and, that kind of thing. And then,
Can I ask a question?
sure.
Should we potentially or consider doing a Zoom link as well? For maybe volunteers that can't get there? If they are students, they may not be driving or whatever,
Sure.
Might
but
not be up.
then it just gives them an option
Might
to.
not be helpful.
We have to have it posted as a town, as an AgCom meeting. Legally.
I don't think so.
We did not do that.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a quorum, that's.
That's
It's
true.
not of an issue.
But you're not deliberating,
No,
you're
And there's no
informing.
votes and,
There's no
yeah,
vote.
no. So I would.
I don't know, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
No, I didn't-
You could still put it, you could still put it on the company calendar or the town calendar and say, open farm day volunteer orientation session. You know,
Yeah.
and then see if.
I can, you know, I'll ask,
Anything down
Jessica
there.
Manzone. And if I have to post it. we-
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Don't wanna get in trouble.
Right, exactly.
One of the important things I think would be as they come in, they put their name, full name and email.
Yeah, we should definitely have this, well,
That's
if we do an official
something
meeting, we're
like
supposed to
after
sign the.
table.
Yeah,
Yeah, like when, like the farm forum.
You want like a
that's
sign up
something-
sheet?
Yeah,
And then you kind of have to do the hybrid thing too, right? I mean, you
Yeah,
can
we
do
have
it
to
for
post
all
it.
these meetings as well.
It might just be easier to post it as a special meeting. As a
Yeah.
work session. It is a work session.
well, that's true. And we will have a quorum.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm not gonna ask Jessica where to
Let's do it, right?
go.
I will not be there. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's previously scheduled.
There's a few volunteers have said that, you know, that's okay, it's not mandatory.
The other thing that's good though is even on the day of, if you have people coming that are volunteers, you know, this is a great list, whatever it is. Like just walk through that with any volunteers. I mean, this is kind of like standard work. You know,
Yeah,
go through it with them and do a little kind of team meeting or
Do we have this digitally?
toolbox
That would
meeting
be
or
a-
whatever you
yeah,
wanna
that
call
Yeah,
would
it.
be
Jen,
good.
Just to
Jen
go
has
through
it.
it with everyone.
Transition
You send this to everyone?
Just that
Yeah,
one.
to update it.
Farm and this is what we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
you see, you said the date is,
I would put the time and the location,
okay.
land
on
use
here.
room and at the town hall.
Yeah, okay, so instead of information update, be orientation,
And I can
because
set-
it says orientation August 18th or August 18th, but all
Yeah, yeah,
orientation. And then time, and so 10 o'clock at,
Time,
in this
location
room.
and Zoom
Okay.
link maybe.
Time, location. Okay,
This is what
and
it was last year.
does anyone have any questions regarding any of this? Like, some of this is in, so this is.
The only question,
actual-
so looking through this, like I know we don't have any public restrooms.
oh, at the
At the
farms, you
places?
mean? Yeah,
So I mean, I did for people who were in dire straits, obviously, we let them go into my father-in-law's apartment. But
I don't think-
that was like one person, I think, or two people.
I don't think I had to last year.
Well, last year, I know what I did at Calabrese was like, I asked beforehand, like, do you have a bathroom that just the volunteers can use? Because we were the ones that were gonna be there all day, but I
Right.
think we had said if a guest needed to use the bathroom, we could direct them to the closest store or
Yeah.
restaurant.
Howard's, I went to Pride.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
we're over on the
Yeah.
far side. There's not really anything close by.
The summer house is probably anything close to the center of town.
Well, I guess the tobacco
McDonald's.
fields have some porta pots.
They do.
We don't have approval to
That's
use
good to know.
those.
well, some of the farms might have.
I think if it's an emergency, but
Yeah.
Firefly has a porta potty 24/7.
I mean, obviously, if it's an emergency, I'm not gonna tell someone no.
Right, right.
Go to my house or because we're all right in the same place.
We
Yeah.
do have one that the commission owns, the one I handed Bert. So if
Oh,
someone
that's
really
right.
needs one,
I'll have that in my car, we can go set it, drive over, we'll set it up real quick.
please hold.
You just gotta wait 15 minutes. Bert was at Granville.
How long can you hold it? Yeah. And another thing about that is we did have at the barn, people that had handicap stickers.
Ah, yeah,
So whatever farm you're at, I know if it's a retail outlet, you're gonna have the notable ones,
Mhm.
obviously. But, I know for Klein View, we designated a couple up front when I was talking to Holly the other day. So that, not that it's gonna happen often, but we wanna make sure that we accommodate.
Definitely.
right,
And last time, did we say about reserving handicap parking? Like in the larger places? Or not? Need to, like at Cowards, do we need to put a couple handicap?
She
signs
has
up?
some,
She has some.
yeah, right in front of the store, that whole strip there is labeled handicap
Yeah, I think
already.
storefronts have to have them.
Yeah, they have
Right,
them
Mm,
already.
so that's, they're already up to.
Yeah,
Well-
it's, yep,
We have access to the town printer. Why don't we print up some? It can be paper. It doesn't have to be fully legit. They just understand common courtesy. There's a handicap lane for the handicap.
Just tell the people who are parking, people keep the closest two open.
right, well, we
You
can
know.
isolate them by cones so that you have control over those.
So, Sage, are you saying to put the universal handicap sign,
Yeah,
at
you can just
the?
print
Yeah.
them up and just put them in spots that we want to designate as handicap.
Mm,
It's not, this is an event. It doesn't have to be an official handicap, metal sign. It's just print up
Right.
a bunch and we just put them on a post from the spots we designate as handicap spots. I mean,
guess we're-
most people are understandable about this, especially for the event. They're not going to cheat people out of this just because of the spot closer. Most people will be kind about this. At least I'm hoping. I'm trying to have some faith in humanity.
I think we should just suggest it to all the farms that don't have like a storefront. Keep in consideration people who maybe are, have mobility issues, whether it's truly handicapped or not, and they just wanna come and maybe just keep that in mind and talk to the volunteers about that. And hey, look, this is where we're parking. Keep these two spots for people who may have mobility issues.
Some people will pull up and say, is there a closer spot? You know,
yeah,
we have
they did
trouble.
it at Staples last
And-
year.
And,
Well, like at the tobacco farm, getting a wheelchair around there is gonna be pretty hard. It's all dirt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Same with ours. I mean, we
Yeah.
literally have
It's not really.
It's not user friendly.
I mean,
gravel
it's a
driveway.
farm. It's a farm.
Yeah.
They're not accessible. We know this. If they do visit, which is, I want everyone included into visiting these. They do have to just keep in mind, we can only you're limited to where you can go because a farm is not designated for handicaps.
Okay.
So, we'll get, if there's a trail, if there's a path, or if there's some way to get them there, we will do what we can, the best we can offer. It's just,
I don't
it's a
think I read
realism.
all last year.
I didn't hear anything negative either.
I had two wheelchairs.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yep, so.
Yep.
That's
They had
something that
no
we can
issues.
approach during the orientation, then proper judgment.
Yeah.
Isolate 2 areas with cones. And all the volunteers, first or second shift has to be aware where those 2 special spots are.
And,
I should add that. in.
Firefly, Sage, as you well know, they have that road into the farm is pretty solid, so to speak, so I think probably wheelchairs are okay there.
Would they be able to park
Yes.
up at the farm
Yeah.
instead of having to
Well-
park down?
Mhm.
That's what I was thinking was I believe last year we actually did that. We designated a couple areas for specifically handicap. So we'll definitely be doing that again. And it's right up at the farm, not the other lot.
Right.
Possibly add like a generic sign in the bags, like just a printed sign that we can put up when we set up for the.
Yeah, I think that's what Sage is suggesting, that we
Just-
print a couple of signs
Okay.
for each.
No,
Location.
How are we going to put them or
I think
place
that's
them?
overkill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we just gotta talk to the volunteers and each farm is responsible
Oh.
for communicating that to the volunteers
yeah,
versus
just,
having to put more stuff in the bag and I agree it needs to be done, but
yeah, just
Yeah.
an awareness to maybe be prepared to scope out the area if somebody pulls in and the only parking place is way down, make sure there's a place that
Yep.
people can drop.
'Cause we
somebody
don't
I'll
have-
use our example, we don't have a
Otherwise,
parking
you're gonna need,
area
like,
or
stakes
anything,
to
we
put 'em
just have
on.
an open area. So.
Yeah,
I'm
keep
gonna
this in mind.
Parking, hey, look, keep these 2 spots open.
Yeah, that's.
For people who have,
Right.
maybe have mobility issues, park anyone else, start far and move closer, as cars come in.
Well, The reason I say we should have visual signs is because sometimes you have 20 to 50 people pulling in at the same time. If you don't have a visual sign, what are the people supposed to do? Because they're trying to get these cars to not kill each other. That's why you should have a visual sign, because otherwise they're going to complain saying, well, I didn't have a sign to designate this, so I'm just going to park here because it's crazy over there.
If they have a
I mean,
handicap.
people
placard
can fight us.
and handicap plate, then You
I'm
should be able
more
to
thinking
pick
you
it up
have
pretty quick.
volunteers helping park like that. I know we had the Wongs doing parking
Yeah, we did parking.
and they literally sat there all day. Every car that came up, they spoke to them
Oh,
and could tell them you go here or you go here if you had a, you know.
That's what we did in the
It's
past.
easier when you don't have people with bats.
Yeah, I think Sage had a different experience just because of the higher volume.
Mm.
So,
Hmm.
So do you want to have a designated sign at Firefly, Sage?
I would at least appreciate that.
Which I think is fair if they had that many people
Yeah.
there and the traffic and parking issues. I don't feel like we did.
no, I don't think, I mean, I didn't really have any issues.
So who's going to create those signs and then how are we going to adhere them?
I can print that up on my printer if it came to it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's a simple piece of paper. I put to cardboard and then put it on a pick.
Okay, so you'll take care of it for Firefly then?
Yep, I'll do Firefly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
think
gonna say I'm not gonna do it at the Beezie
For the
Farm. We're
rest-
just gonna talk to the volunteers and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
And that would be the
Counsel them.
same for, I think, the others too.
And then Coward and
they all have storefronts.
they all storefront, they already
Calabrese.
have them.
Yeah.
The only one would be
Grand
Well,
Second
probably
Eden
has,
Second Eden,
and maybe Solix.
Solax, I know last year when Dave and Melissa were there, they were conscientious of that, but there wasn't a point.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
watch this year, it's going to be.
Yeah, you
But
can't,
that's
you can't
where-
rule it out.
But that's where, when we do the orientation, we'll remind them of that point. And it's just gonna be using your best judgment.
Yeah,
Just a heads up, my plane is gonna be boarding in a minute, so you will lose me.
Okay, thank you,
All right,
thank you,
thanks,
Sage.
good luck.
Thanks for your,
Have a safe trip home
thanks for your flexibility.
or wherever you're going.
If I miss anything, just Bert, can you send me a note?
Oh, sure,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yep,
All right, see you, Sage.
Bye, Sage.
and
Y'all have a good
Sorry.
night.
Me too.
thanks, you too, safe travels. So as we were saying a little while ago, so I'll do an introduction. Be open and in fact, the smile part. The expectations, Jen, and maybe Angie, do you wanna?
Sure.
Take that part?
Like go over this presentation?
Yeah.
Or,
Mhm.
okay, I
Yeah.
have it on my here. We
Yeah.
can just put it.
We have,
Like one of these.
You can put it right in there and it should pull right.
It should go on both, right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go on both.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, under expectations, there's not gonna be any water or snacks provided.
Yeah,
So they're
that
gonna
was
have
a
to BYOB.
question.
yeah,
Cause I was
Bring their own
thinking
bag.
that we were gonna supply water, but.
yeah, but then we decided we didn't want to
Right,
deal with the water bottles
So
and
you bring them in and you
keeping
bring
it
it out
cold
in
and
your
all that.
cooler.
does it say, what did it say?
So that's on there.
Second bullet down.
Yeah, carry in,
Under
carry out.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry in, carry out.
Meet the farmer.
For,
Oh, and the other sheet there. Oh,
under dress code.
Yeah.
I think we need to make it really clear to our volunteers that they can't wear the green t-shirts.
No
Those are going
political.
back to the Safe Southwick, no Carvana t-shirts.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's not- We gotta be
Always say no
careful,
political.
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
political. They might not think of that as political, so,
Okay.
I think
You
it'd
say
be,
green t-shirts?
yeah, we had a bunch of green t-shirts.
I have green t-shirts and our
Well,
family does.
I know,
so-
no, these
No,
are.
green- no,
these are-
okay, those are different.
Cool, those were cool.
the same thing he did.
Yeah,
I wasn't
no,
there, so I wasn't
um,
sure. Okay.
It's a little bit of a sticky,
Sensitive.
a sensitive issue in the community.
Then don't wear them at Calabrese.
So just please don't wear the, any Save Southwick t-shirts
Yeah,
or any political affiliation
Yeah,
yeah.
t-shirts.
Somebody at the farm parade last year had a no Carvana sign on. I heard some comments.
Yeah, yeah,
On
so
our
you just
float?
have to be,
So should
Yeah,
I,
think so,
what
yeah.
should we say that?
Or
Or maybe- or-
political and
No, maybe it wasn't the
No,
parade,
was that
maybe
the
it was the
farm
farm day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Farm day,
T-shirts.
yeah.
Was that-
Be
Well, it was a
particular
picture
about-
Very
on
specific.
Okay.
a guest. I think
Yeah.
it was just one of the
And
candies.
no
You know, it wasn't
political
anything intentional, it just was a
T-shirts.
picture, someone took.
Got it.
I mean, people have a right to expression, but
Or, yeah,
Well, you can't control what the guests are gonna wear. Volunteers
No.
and the people working, you can, but like.
we can
whatever
suggest
they
it.
you
want.
can make suggestions, yeah.
Well, in hindsight, you could blur that out if there.
I'm pretty
is
good
that
at
level
Photoshop.
of sensitivity. If there's a
There you
level
go.
of sensitivity around it, you could, but.
And the volunteer, toolkit, that's
Yeah,
gonna be handed
I'll-
out by you.
You'll do that,
I'll
Inga?
take care of
Okay.
that.
Okay,
The one thing that we're eliminating is going to be the prize drawing, because we're not doing prizes.
yeah, is that on here?
Yes,
Oh,
third
that's
bullet.
an old, I think I,
Oh, I'm going off
already-
the old one.
oh, sorry, yeah, I
I
think
will
I
do-
already took that
Okay.
off, okay. Maybe I didn't send you this, this is the updated one, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I could-
There's a few
Yeah.
paper copies.
Sorry
if
about
anybody
that.
wants to. Look at those.
I could send you.
There's no passport box. Because they're not turning in their passports.
Okay, I'll take that off.
There
Guys
won't be
can
an
share, maybe.
EDC list,
Or just weird.
but there's
That's
gonna
okay.
be, signs at
Okay.
each of locations.
You're giving a handout.
But we're
though,
getting
you
a
said,
handout.
Handout.
Right, but we're gonna have a handout that we're gonna be adding to it.
Is it just restaurants?
No, it
No.
goes to the whole directory. Just,
Oh.
but restaurants are on top. That'll be the first
Oh.
thing that they see.
Alright,
On
so I'll
top.
pass that off.
So do we wanna call it EDC
I
handout
can send you.
to offer with passports?
Call it a Shop South.
Shop Southwick,
Handout,
no.
Shop Southwick handout.
And then I'll do an intro for the Dine Southwick signs.
Yeah.
And I'll
Oh,
bring them, so there'll be some here.
No. Are we doing a song and dance routine at the end?
I hope so. You do the dance.
I guess I'll have to
Okay.
get here then.
That's good, because I can't sing.
do you have a slide that you wanted to add to?
No, I'm just
You're
gonna
just gonna
talk,
talk about it, okay.
and we'll have a visual for the signage.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Well. A little seat of the pants here, but it's, I think it's
I
coming
think we're
together.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the only thing that I would want to add to it is, we're gonna need tents and table at each location.
Yeah.
So I know for Cowards, there's gonna be a tent and a table there that Greg is bringing.
Okay,
We have a tent and a table at Klein View. And a tent and a table at Solex.
I can bring one for the tobacco farm.
Was that yours last year?
No, I think
Yeah.
Jessica's gonna bring it, but she's not here, so I'll just bring mine in case she doesn't. And I can bring a table too.
Okay, so we're gonna have a table and tent. at
No,
Klein.
Sunflower side, they already have all that.
Yeah. Like
So,
just
we're all set.
permanently.
I have a table for Calabrese, but I don't have a tent.
I didn't think you need.
I don't know if you need one there, cause they
No?
have,
Okay.
You can just go inside,
Overhang,
right?
the greenhouses, and
Yeah.
all that
If
stuff.
they didn't have one there last year.
like right in front of where their retail.
So just a
the
tent
roof,
then.
the roof comes over.
Oh, so we might not even need a tent either.
No, not
Yeah,
for
I don't, you didn't have
Calabrese.
one last year.
No,
right?
we just, they provided the table.
They have a
Oh,
table,
they
yeah.
have a
Table too.
Yeah,
Okay, so they'll be
Might wanna
complete,
just confirm.
confirm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess Bert and I were talking about visiting half and half, right? So I have time, I'm gonna be in town this week and I have time to visit and talk to people and
okay,
You know,
visit the farms.
kind
Yeah.
of just, so if you don't, I can get to most of them and
Okay.
whoever has a storefront and whoever I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna do Calabrese, cause that's ours, and just
Right.
introduce myself.
Yeah,
You
So,
don't need to do the tobacco farm. I've already
Okay.
covered that.
so that's all set, okay.
You don't need to do
You
Cowards.
don't need to do
Okay.
bees eye.
No, okay.
And you don't need to do time view,
Okay,
and you don't need to do
Yeah.
Stillix.
okay, awesome.
There was a down for you.
Grand Boss, right?
No
What are
problem.
you setting up there?
I have no idea yet. I was gonna go up there, but if you wanna let me know when, if you wanna go,
Okay.
cause I was gonna go up there and talk to them too.
Talk to them.
Oh, good.
But if
Yeah.
you wanna,
Unless you
go-
wanna go together. and-
yeah, we can go.
Okay,
together.
cool.
And then you can get an ice cream.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then Blossom Acres,
Oh,
She had
Anita
the-
has all that
Yeah,
stuff.
she had the
Yeah.
tent and the table
Yeah,
set up
she
right
should be all
before the
set.
stairs, so. But it
Okay.
would
I'll
just be
go
a
there
good
and.
double check.
If you're writing down what we're gonna have besides, we have tents and tables.
You're all set.
Awesome.
You guys are,
We just do our own stuff, yeah.
yep.
Great.
And I have, a tent and table for the History Museum,
Oh, cool.
which we did, did last year too.
No, HCIL info booth. I was confused about that. And members, what's HCIL?
Oh,
County,
Hamden County Improvement League.
Okay,
So
are
that's
they
gonna be
gonna
Mike and
be,
Sue.
Yeah,
they're gonna be at the historical?
Yeah, yeah.
The historical
I'm gonna get
museum
in
on
touch with them and see
that.
what they're specifically gonna be doing.
So they're gonna have their own table?
Yeah,
and- Okay.
yeah.
Great. Okay.
They've come to a couple of our meetings, you might not have. Either, well, you've been to all the meetings, so, they work with the 4-H and they have grants available
They
for
do
people.
the Farmerama building at the big.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very
Where are they gonna be? The History Museum?
yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Do you wanna put that up closer in this list? Just kind of looks like it's a separate place.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. We'll move it up there. Second Eden, I'll go over to Second Eden tomorrow. I've been texting her anyway, Shauna. And to see what the layout is over there,
It's right on the road.
yeah.
So, also see if they're gonna have family members. Do they have their own volunteers? Do they have a tent? Do they have a
Yeah.
table?
Or I know you said you went to Firefly, but I might visit them too, because I live right down the road from them, just to say hi and introduce
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
I've talked to her at the farm forum too, but
Okay,
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, okay, so I'll do the Blossoming Acres, Calabrese, Firefly, and Grand Voss. Everybody else seems to be covered. If anything else comes up, I can. I will revise this, I'll send it out, I'll revise, this as well. I'll send it out to everybody. And then, and I'll revise the volunteer list as.
So just a question. I'll come back to the referendum thing again.
Yeah.
We say know where it is. Do we want to make a list? Or just not say anything?
What do you mean?
What was that?
One of the comments here is know where the nearest public restroom.
I would say
is.
either Summer House or McDonald's,
Depending on where you're,
Depending
I
on.
know
the one end of
Granville's
town or the other.
has their own.
Well, I mean, they could drive to Dunkin', like where
Or
we,
Dunkin'.
I'm just thinking where we are. Right, but that's
Somewhere
away.
else- somewhere
I'd
else is
rather not
closer.
send them away to Westfield. I'd rather.
I think
It's-
Malicious might be closer to you.
Who would?
Malicious.
Malicious.
They have a public bathroom? Yeah, I guess so.
They must.
Yeah.
They have to buy
And
ice
they'll
cream.
be open
Yeah,
as well as
Yeah.
having the truck over.
Yeah, but the truck's gonna be at Calabrese, so we don't have people crossing.
That's what.
Joe's gonna be running the truck.
I mentioned that, I was like, oh, are we gonna be crossing cars? Do we need a police, you know?
No,
It's gonna be right up by the mums,
That's great.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
the mums growing area.
That's
is.
amazing.
So maybe we shouldn't even mention that as a restroom. you know?
Okay, so leave that off.
Unless Joe wants it to.
So the only thing
Well,
I'm,
he's gonna be at the motocross.
Oh, he is?
So
Okay.
he's not gonna, the Malicious will be open, but he's gonna be at the motocross, the
Okay.
food truck that day.
the only thing I'm
That's why
thinking
we
for
need
that is
people to
maybe we
man
can
it.
make it easy. And just have all the farms. And then have the nearest restroom. Like just a little.
I didn't
table.
have a single person ask for it last year, so.
I know, but if we're. I'm just saying it could be easier in case someone comes up, because we're gonna have, like, we happen to know, because we live here, but if you have younger volunteers, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
you know,
Do we
know
have a-
necessarily.
There's a tree
everyone.
over there.
There's a barn.
One of my favorite places.
Yeah.
Saves water.
Right there.
One of the things in the presentation is part of.
So,
being
so
a
what you're saying,
volunteer.
Tom, are you saying we should have a map?
I,
with the-
no, not a map. I'm just literally saying if you're at Bezai Farm, Moolicious is closest. If you're at, you know, Calabrese or, you know, I'm just,
Mhm.
if someone asked, hey, Summer House, if you're at these
So-
farms.
Why don't we discuss who that is so I can add it onto the sheet?
Uh,
Closest bathroom.
if we wanted to, we don't have to. Like, I'll now know that was a good input, that Moolicious is probably the closest
Yeah,
one.
Malicious.
And it gets them over to the Calabrese and Moolicious over there.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't send them to Westfield.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't want to. I'd go back that way.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're saying malicious is one,
Summer House.
summer house. McDonald's.
McDonald's a big Y,
Duncan.
or Dunkin',
The
yeah,
Dunkin' right there,
Mobile, Duncan,
all of them.
or Pride, yeah,
the
Oh, the
Notch.
Notch.
or mobile, even mobile.
Yeah, I wrote that
Yeah.
mobile, Notch.
Mhm.
Pride.
I mean, there's a cluster right there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's a no brainer.
I wonder what, if Granville Scoop has. one.
Granville
do.
Sugar
Yeah,
has
they
one.
Yeah, they do,
Yep.
okay.
So if.
Let's
someone
not
sold it,
overthink it.
they could
Let's
go
just say,
to-
look, when you go to one of these other places, there's plenty of restaurants or gas stations or
Yeah,
whatever
it'd be
close by.
passing.
You know,
Use
we
your
gotta
best
leave up
judgment.
something for like them
Because
to
we-
think of
Yeah,
themselves, you know?
It would be the boat landing.
Exactly.
I mean, there's so many places.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
not over, let's not
Okay,
over,
so
I
we're not
agree
gonna
with
add
you,
that.
let's not over,
Keep it
that's
simple.
adding more than we need
Okay.
to, but good discussion, so if we do have volunteers that we can at least
Direct
say
them.
that, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the, well.
So we're gonna add
one of
that to
things
the
On the presentation. is to
orientation,
talk to
yeah,
the
yeah.
farmers when you show up, you know, get to know the area, get to know the farm. You know, and that could be one of the things that the volunteers ask, you know, okay, so, you know.
Mhm.
We can even tell them,
Handicap
In the
parking
orientation.
and things like that.
Yeah.
that's why it's important to have a lead person in the morning to be able to pass that.
Yeah.
Tribal knowledge on to the next group.
Mhm.
So so one commissioner at each place, you
Yeah.
have all that information, maybe to pass it on.
Definitely will have it.
That would be good.
Now, did we decide, there were a few other volunteers, we were talking about Andrea Bugby and her husband, Jim Lang, did we,
Yeah,
did we
we
put
put
them
them
anywhere?
Eden,
Well,
Second
also-
Eden.
Oh, of course, right.
unless Second Eden has their own crew like the Eastside Farm has.
Yeah,
Andrea,
And Jim
And
Lang,
Jim.
oh, Andrea Bugby, Jim
and
Lang.
Jim Lang. I have a feeling that the AM people are gonna end up just staying in a lot of cases, you know.
I'm not even giving an option for Andrew's friends and the other kids, like it's all day, 9:30 to 4, that's. I mean, that's substantial hours, especially like I said, the Pope kids need 25 hours, that's like almost half their hours they
Yeah.
need.
It's good for them, yeah.
You know, National Junior Honor Society, my daughter is in Westfield, so they need some volunteer hours, so. Just come on over, they're friends, you'll get to have a good time.
Bring water and food.
We'll open up the pool after 4.
We're all going. right?
Come on over.
Yeah, be sure you end up at B-sides at the end of the day.
Yeah, we'll put that in the flyer.
I got lake
Milkshakes
access.
and
so
butter.
we can do a link too, if you want.
Milkshake, butter, and charcuterie cups.
Well, that's the thing, I put on our Simsbury bulletin, the Simsbury Scoop it's called, at my job at Dino. And I've gotten a lot of, interest, one of
that's
which
cool.
is, I put out there, does anybody know of anybody that has or sells sheep? Cause one of my coworkers is starting something in his, like, he has 4 acres of land.
Oh,
But I don't remember which town he's in, but he was wondering, so. But it's bringing up a lot of
That's neat.
conversation.
Yeah,
It's pretty
good.
cool.
Wow.
I put it
Conversation,
all
yeah.
on, all over the planet, so. that's gonna be-
wow.
so,
Should we put up a flyer as well?
yes, I did, yeah, on the bulletin boards, yeah, yeah. Good miss out
I mean,
on
in
that
that- in that
opportunity.
setting,
Yeah.
hey, anybody know anything about sheep?
Yeah. I was walking down the hallway and he's like, Jen, I've got a question about you. So I was like, okay, I'll put that out there. Random, but cool.
Did we want to say on this sheet what we're gonna do with the bags after the event?
Oh, yeah, I guess we could give them to the commissioner at the, like the
Yeah.
volunteer commissioner, and then we can.
Didn't someone go around and pick them up last year?
No,
No?
no, what we ended up doing was whoever wrapped up that day. The next
Just brought to the
AdCom
next meeting.
meeting, they brought them, and then I consolidated everything. 'Cause this is from last year.
That's great, yeah,
I'll collect it, obviously, at our
Yeah,
place.
exactly. So,
so we could just bring them to the next meeting.
right,
And
right, right. But this year, we're not having to worry about the boxes, the raffle tickets,
Right.
the da, 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 da.
Right.
Keeping it
Are we
simple.
gonna have like a debriefing meeting? I think our next regular meeting, we were gonna do the beekeeping thing.
Yeah, that's, let's see, the beekeeping is, it's right after open farm.
Oh, okay.
First
It's not,
20,
it's not our regular meeting.
hang on a second.
we have August 14th right before, right? We're keeping that one, August 14th.
Yeah, and that, which is next
gonna
week.
keep that.
Yeah, I think we should. That's a regular meeting.
Right.
And, then we can. Any loose ends, we can, tie up.
Yeah, what day's the?
Yeah,
beekeeping
actually,
thing?
what we can do, not to put any pressure on
21st.
EDC, is if I can have the flyers by
Just wait till the next
14th
regular meeting.
meeting, then I can put them in the.
Yeah, and that
bulletin
would be,
And just deliver the bag on Wednesday.
Like 11, which is quite a ways
Yeah,
away.
so-
yeah,
That I would have had them done before now,
Um,
I wanted to put in. I'm showing how to put it on the home screen when it phones,
what's the doing?
and I need somebody with the.
Would our
That-
next regular meeting be the 28th?
Oh, Droid.
No.
Mm.
I'm trying to
The next regular
Oh.
meeting's the 11th.
I just want a screenshot about. it.
Yeah, do we want to meet?
Right.
Here's what to click
Geez,
on.
28th, that would be pretty much
Maybe just a quick-
every Wednesday. in
A quick
August.
debrief, but. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So Greg and I just talked, the 14th, you're gonna meet next Wednesday, right, the
Yep.
14th?
Yep.
So what I'll do that day is I'll bring all the bags that day.
Okay.
Cause this will give then EDC enough time to print the flyers.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
with-
okay, yeah.
With the proper, everything that we need to have on it. And then the bags will be 100% complete.
hmm
that's great.
So I'll just bring one to demonstrate with the sign,
Okay.
for the Dine sign on Saturday.
okay,
And then that Wednesday, you'll have all of them to give to each person for the
Yeah.
farm.
okay, good.
I have a rough printed sample I can bring, Julie print one just as a
Okay.
test.
Perfect.
Wasn't complete on the back that shows the dimension, but it looks
So-
like on the front.
We'll plan a rendezvous then next Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. Very good. I think we're done for now, right? I think I agree with Zach that we should do the minutes at a regular meeting. It's great to have them and, appreciate the effort, but we'll,
Yeah,
Approve the next time.
regular business.
yeah. And I just wanted to mention one other thing, I call it a glimpse at our farmer forum, which will be in probably January. Either 8th would be our regular meeting or 22nd would be our work session. But Jen, wants to and has agreed to make part of the focus of that be her GIS. What she's learned about GIS in the past 6 months. And can you told me something about how farmers specifically can use it?
Well,
And
when, so we get the information from the website, it's like we're getting a lot of information on who's visiting and things like that. And from our website, we can incorporate that, like, who's visiting, what, and we're gonna go around and ask them, what do they want? What
Yeah.
can we do for them?
Mhm.
And that's one of the questions that is important for that information, so I don't wanna put information on there that is, not useful. So we
Right.
need to go out to the farmers and say, okay, what are your needs? What are you looking, you know? How can we, help them with whatever, whether it be, ways of farming or anything, it could be,
Yeah.
there's so much wealth of information out there that we can help them. We just need to know how we can help them.
Are there other
So-
communities we could use as like an example
We
that are
can,
doing it?
yeah, yep, we can. I can put that, I've been focusing on the Open Farm Day, so I'm gonna put my attention to that after.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
So-
that's good. Yeah.
Next week is where I'm gonna be, I start school again September 2nd, so I'm taking August and I'm gonna focus on that and put something together and then you guys can look at it and see if it's worth it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it and try to help them and that, I want them to know more about us. Cause I want everybody to know that we're here
Mhm.
and we're, trying to help them and I think they'll see that on Open Farm Day. I'm sure they have in the past too.
Right.
So I will put something together and.
Yeah.
But that's major question, like, okay, so how can we help you? I mean, if they're doing great, that's awesome, but how can we move them forward to,
Or even track their greatness, what's making them great,
You know.
Share it with other people.
There you go, yeah. I mean, how can we advertise them out there?
Yeah.
How can we put them on the map if they wanna be on the map, if they don't have storefront, then, maybe it's not something that they want people, if they sell different places, rather than public.
Mhm.
They're not
Mhm.
public then, so.
Mhm.
And that's where you'll be able to piggyback too on what Greg's doing with the
Yeah.
initiatives at
So
EDC.
it's perfect, yeah, it's perfect, that.
Show another,
Southwick or
another
Shopaholic.
commission that's willing to help promote them.
Right, and maybe this would be for other commissions too, a way to help, but the Southwick website has the mapping system on
Well, I
it.
think
Yeah.
we
already.
could share farm day data that we collect.
Yep.
Right into that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then that's part of the database too, so if I get names and email addresses and things like that,
Mhm.
a wealth of information, but what information is important, that's where I need to. Cause you could just pull it and put it right into the program and
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing, so, but, the websites that we both have, we can utilize more maybe.
Mhm.
But-
So that was a good point you just made, Jen, for the sign-in sheet on Saturday. Cindy or you, Jen, is somebody gonna create a nice looking sign-in sheet that's gonna put name, physical address or email address so that that information can be captured in a nice format?
Do we have
Yeah.
one from the farm forum that we used? We can probably use something,
It's been pretty casual.
yeah,
I can make one.
Well, can't we
Yeah.
use the one that
Perfect.
we have to put out?
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Have the
Thank you.
name.
It just says name and address, I
email
think.
This one here didn't have anything on it today, just the date.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
So,
yeah,
Angie,
you could do that,
something?
Angie.
Okay, awesome.
thank you,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Oh, and I'll, for Saturday also, I'm gonna get some donuts, some cider donuts from Blossoming and, make some juice or, lemonade or, some little snack for the folks coming in, so.
So if it starts at 10, do you, I'll be here for 9:30 if you want some help setting up.
Okay, sure, yeah, thanks.
Did they put like a table like they did for the?
You know,
farm?
yeah, let's get that again.
Yeah.
You wanna use our budget to buy that stuff?
There's a
Yeah.
Table over there.
I think
there's a
so.
table
Might have to
over
vote on
here.
it, but
Okay,
Oh,
So
you can move it
we can move it
over.
yeah,
around.
I don't know how much monetary wise, but
yeah.
$100.
What was I was just gonna say, up to
I'd make a motion to spend $100 at Calabrese, I mean, Blossoming Acres.
Must Be Acres. Well, I'll second. Oh, you're seconding?
I'll
Tom?
second.
Okay, good. I guess we gotta do a roll call, so, Bert Hanson, aye, Zach,
Aye.
Angie,
I,
Tom,
Aye.
Jen.
Aye.
Oh, Inga, no, sorry, can't vote.
I don't think Sage is with us anymore.
Sage left, so, yeah, okay, good, thanks.
Passes.
What about cups and napkins?
Yeah,
and
I have
plates?
some of that stuff
I'll probably
from
do two.
previous.
I have a ton of napkins, I can.
Okay.
I mean,
All right, thanks, yeah. If you have some kicking around, that's good. Doing-
I don't know if we need a PO.
Oh, God.
Should probably front it and get paid back.
Yeah, oh, sure, that's what I'll do, yeah. Definitely.
But if she's not on the, approved list, we'll at least get her on there and then we can buy stuff from her later
Yeah,
on too.
yeah. She must be, because we bought the candy corn there
Okay.
last year.
Figure it out.
not to sidetrack, but Alex, I ran into Alex Prifty and he said we can use his trailer again for the farm parade.
Oh, for the parade,
Awesome.
okay, okay, good, yeah. Yes,
I haven't seen him lately.
yeah.
Daily grind.
Yeah, we were seeing him a lot late for a while and then. Yeah. He got busy. I haven't seen Dave lately either. Well, I guess with Klein,
He's retired, but he's still working,
is he walking though?
not as
I
much.
haven't seen him walking.
Not as much.
But I'm also not able to use Klein anymore, and that's usually where I see him.
Yeah,
Can we go back to your, scanning the QR code thing?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about doing like we already have it in here, the Southwick Farm Trail map?
Mhm.
And, not have like the Beeseye Farm or the tobacco farms, but we could have like the working farms. I don't know if the EDC has Blossoming Acres, Calabrese, or how they're categorized, but you know how they like do the wine trail, and then I just saw this thing on the ice cream trail or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe you could have just a separate link on the page for what we would call farms
farm
or
trails.
whatever,
Yeah.
like that are the daily operating farms,
Right, which would
you
be
know?
Skippies and.
I don't know how it
Right.
integrates with your
Blossomings.
other things that you're doing, like.
Right,
the
the
restaurants and
most
all that.
important starting point is that I have all of them in the directory that
They are there.
should be there.
I'm just thinking it might be good, because then you have the
Talked about that
dining,
before.
but then you have the farms where it's like the Calabreses and the,
I think do have
maybe
that, right?
Malicious falls under the
Well-
dining, but you have Blossoming Acres, Calabrese, Firefly, where you can get other, like, let's call it agricultural products.
Well, go on shopsouthwick.net tonight and see if you see anything that's missing on there. You can look at it under the farm stand category, you can,
Okay, that's
Look
great.
under food-
I
look under
don't know.
food and
That's why I was
dining.
Right, I
asking.
heard what
but-
you're saying to do like the little separate. little-
or you can.
Yeah, like
even-
if you do the QR code, dining this area, dining that area, what I saw up there, you could have. Like the farm stands or the farm trail.
Right, for the
Mhm.
visitor code, I do wanna have that, the landing page for the recreational signs. I wanna have restaurants and I wanna have farm destinations, farm,
I think that'd be great. I mean,
farm
I
stands and, you know.
just saw it this week all over Mass Live or whatever, that they came up with a Massachusetts ice cream trail.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Western Mass has a couple of places,
Yeah.
but Granville, the Scoop wasn't one of them, which I thought would be a good one to have.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
I
may not
Yes,
do-
too.
I want it to be
Delicious
very
as well, yeah.
mobile friendly, and it's hard to put a whole map on mobile. I may just do it as a list, but with a little photo next to each one.
Yeah, I agree with
Oh,
you. I
so
mean,
a
yeah, it
photo,
doesn't need to be a
You know,
map.
Ray's family farm photo, Blossoming Acres photo, And then they just tap on that, on whichever one they select, and it gets that detailed
Yeah, I
stuff, the
think that's great,
website, the phone number and the address. And I may be adding to that an actual Google directions as well. So they just, right now you can tap on the phone number to call. Tap on the website, it goes to the website, tap on the address. I think I can set it up so it pops up on a Google map.
It's just for whatever reason, the trails are like a big thing now, you know,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
out for a weekend or whatever, they just may wanna go try a couple different things, cause Calabrese has different offerings than Blossoming Acres, than, you know,
Yeah.
Firefly
Sure,
and all that,
sure,
so
sure.
they may wanna just pop in if they're driving through with these places that they're, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and down the line, graphically, we could try to make it look like a trail or something.
Oh, we kind of have the graphic, we just
Have the
gotta take,
graphic,
we
yeah.
just gotta take some of the farms off that aren't the,
That don't have.
you know, the regular.
I'm just
you
saying
know,
on-
Storefront.
On the, whatever pages we direct visitors to, it could be graphically presented as kind of a trail.
Yeah, it's great. I love your idea. I think it's excellent and we're probably late to the game, but the sooner we
It
can
can
do
be
it, the
built.
better. Yeah, you
It
can
can
do
still
it.
be
Yeah.
built.
It's excellent, excellent. I'm excited for that.
That's great. Okay. I think our work is done here for now.
Yep, anything else?
I don't think so.
No,
We're gonna meet next Wednesday again, yep. Regular meeting. No. No.
Yeah.
This was the regular.
Oh, yeah, that's the second
It's
Wednesday.
a regular work session.
Yeah, regular work session, that's it. Sorry, yeah, okay. So I'll make a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Okay. Thank you all very
Stop
much.
recording.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Excellent.
Okay.
That's for your records.
Put some comment
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, thank you.
Do get it
Take
printed.
these and then this is kind of like incorporating those changes in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then one,
It's not a PowerPoint. or-
Should I
Yeah.
bring one?